Hello again, this is Andy with Handy Andy, and I'm doing this bid today really just to kind of walk through some of the repairs that are required on this particular property, but also to show our Handy Andy clients what can be done, what can't be done, some of the issues on houses. And here's some real basic stuff. We're on the right side of this house. This house was built with masonite siding, which is a composition, and just a lot of things that they never maintained on the house, or they weren't done right in the first place. We're looking at the garage area right here, and because it was never caulked and painted properly, like in this area right here, anywhere you see black on a house is a bad thing. It's not your friend. It's going to cause rot. It's going to cost money. And you can kind of see that wrinkle right there where my finger is? That's ready to go through and needs to be repaired. So we'll actually caulk and repaint this thing and save most of the repairs. Here they never flashed properly at this header piece right here, and you can see where it's all rotted out, where they pieced it in. This is rotted through. You can see me pulling it away. This is all going to have to be replaced all the way across. But this is your flashing, and you can see how far back the flashing sits behind the wood. You can see it comes out a little bit here. It should be bent over and have a little bit of a lip. That would keep the water from back rolling onto the wood itself, which caused it to rot. All the siding on this side of the house needs to be replaced, and you can kind of see what's going on right in here. It's called degradation of siding, and as soon as you see that bow and it swells and gets thick, you can kind of see that black edge of the siding right there. Gives you a good idea that siding right there is shot. It's all swelled. And so we'll come back in here. Handy Andy will come in and replace all the siding on this side of the house with hardy plank. And you can kind of see what this stuff is. It's really like cardboard. Just like cardboard, and it just crumbles up in your hand. So if they had back primed this siding and painted the back siding before they installed it, wouldn't have had these problems. Got nice train units on this house. You can see the same issue with some of the trim. These window boards are rotted out here. This nose and sill is rotted. And you can see the waver in this right side brick mold right here that we'll be replacing as well. On this house or any other house, Handy Andy will come out and do a line by line bid, which the buyer of this property now has in her possession. This is a corner board right here, and it's the same thing. They never caulked the siding properly. These holes that you're seeing in the siding is from woodpeckers. They'll listen and hear the larvae and bugs moving around in some of the siding and come in for dinner or for lunch, and they just rip it apart. Same thing with this corner board right here. So this 1x4 quarter board will be replaced all the way through. We'll go around to the front and then come around that side. You'll hear a doggy barking in the background. There's not a lot we can do about that. A lot of these houses are basic maintenance issues. When you see black lines on your house like that, get out there and get them caulked, or call Handy Andy to do it. People tend to remember us as a major contractor doing big projects. We do all the little stuff too. I mean, and it's basic stuff. For our existing clients, we'll come out and do a once a year inspection of the property, and because it's kind of a win-win. It makes you feel good about your house, and usually we find something that needs to be repaired. Like here's an obvious one. This is a ridge shingle, and when you look up through there, you'll see the sky. I'll try and get this camera in on it so we can see it a little bit better. It's gonna be hard with the sun. There you go. See that gap right in there? Well, that gap you see through the sky is letting you know that every time it rains, that water is getting to your decking underneath the roof, and before you know it, you're gonna have a major repair. So on this house, we're gonna be replacing ridge shingles all around the roof line. There's another one right there. There's some rotted wood. Just good stuff to look for. This entryway right here was never caulked and painted properly at the threshold area down here, and so it's rotted everything in this area. You can see again right here as well. So the Handy Andy carpenters will be coming in here to replace all this stuff. And you as a homeowner, maybe like the client that's buying this house, you may just want to bite the bullet and replace this whole door unit. We can do that as well. We give you an install price, plus one of our consultants can go to Home Depot or Lowe's with you, or one of our other representatives, and find a door unit that'll work here. They'll deliver it, we'll install it. Not a big deal. Again, because it was never flashed properly, you wind up with this. This area right here is all rotted through, so it needs to be repaired and replaced. And we'll do that. Just basic stuff. You've got the same issue. Anytime you see, like on this foyer window, you see the wrinkling right there in that wood, and again over here in this corner, that lets you know that it's rotted through. Anytime you see a waver in the paint like that, it's rotted. This is actually a very difficult repair to repair this window here in that side light panel. The boys will do it. It's a lot cheaper to repair than replace, and that's what our crew will do. Want to clean your gutters? This house has nice 3x4 gutters on it, downspouts, and it's got 5-inch gutters. We like 6, but 5 is good. The downspouts are the more important part. A lot of these homes we go to that have extensive damage have 2x3-inch downspouts. They just can't handle the water flow that comes off these roofs. These are 3x4, so they don't have to be replaced. We got a little bit of glazing issue here on this window and some rotted trim. Not a big deal again. Come down through the left side of the house. Now here, these owners were trying to get this house ready for sale at one point, so they came through and replaced these bottom rows of siding with hardy plank. So that's what we'll be coming back with. Hardy plank is one of the best sidings in the market. It's compressed concrete, similar to what that masonite was, except this is concrete as opposed to cardboard. Wonderful product. It just has to be painted properly. Most hardy plank sided is improperly painted in Atlanta. They use a cheap latex paint. You got to use elastomeric or it's not going to hold up. Bottom line. And you can ask us about that. I can't cover everything. Here in this window again, you're going to see what's happened on this house. It's true in most of them. This siding right here, the flashing should extend about 3/4 inch to over where my finger is right there. And you can see how short it is. So all the water's come down with the caulk failed and it's completely rotted this trim board out right through here. And you can see what it did down here in the corner. And then they actually, you know, and it stinks, but here's another good example for you of a repair that's gone wrong. They came in here and made a horizontal cut to repair this rot previously instead of addressing the flashing issue which caused it. And now this piece that they've replaced is completely rotted out. And you can see what it did to the sill down here, the nose. Nose, sill, and brick molding will be replaced on this house. Apologize for the doggy to the rear. He's just kind of doing his thing back there. Side window over here off the great room, same thing, rotted brick molding. The gutters never got cleaned out. Needs to be cleaned out and reattached. Mostly hard. They've replaced the bottom 4 rows with hardy plank siding right here. You just need to look for the pattern. This stuff up above, this is the masonite. And this is actually in pretty good shape. Here again, here's a contractor came out and fixed this for these guys. And then they did with the flashing. They just bent it over, painted it. It's wrong. And it's already rotted this wood, which this repair probably wasn't that long ago. So she's got some siding in this area that needs to be replaced and repaired. Again, the woodpecker's at that quarter board right there. Now the chimney, they came back in and they replaced all the siding with hardy plank, which is great. But look at those corner boards that they didn't fix or repair. So again, these areas will all be replaced and repaired. And here again, and this is another good example for you to look at, if I can get it in the camera. See that cut right there? It's an angle cut, which is great. What's what you want on trim, but the angle should go this way, the opposite of how that carpenter did it. So if this caulk fails, the water is going to be directed into the chimney chase. You want the water coming out towards the front edge. And you just see that all around the house. Again, here's a repair that somebody did right here. And you'll see that horizontal cut. It's going to trap, and that's what it did. It rotted water. Water got in and rotted that nose and sill in that corner right there. All real basic stuff. The vent boots on this house are leaking. I remember we saw that leak downstairs in that hall bathroom, and it's from that vent boot probably right there. So we need to replace these. That's been addressed. We got some rot in this fascia and the corner board here on the right side of the house. Again, all basic things that can be addressed. And one of the great things about Handy Andy is our guys will come out, they do a great job, everything's warranted, and we'll explain to you what we're doing. Most of the stuff is honestly common sense, but you'd be amazed at how many contractors don't have that or just don't care. They just want to get their money and go. Our whole thing is the relationship. We hope to work with you today. We hope to work with you next year and going down the road. And you'll probably be like a lot of clients, referring more people back to us. The basic things on the exterior to look for are your caulking, your flashing. And here's an example right here where this contractor came in, replaced this siding on the house. This is hardy plank. But look what he did with the flashing. His crew broke the flashing. They left it that way. And what it's done in just a short period of time is it's rotted this wood right in here. This is all rotted where my finger is and down into the nose on that window off the great room. Again, you see damages here at the rear door off the kitchen. They've already repaired that piece right there in that bottom corner. That's been rotted again, so it'll be replaced again. Same thing on this side over here. They did a horizontal repair, a cut right here. It's horizontal, trapped the water, and now it's rotted out the frame as well. All basic stuff. You see it again over here. Someone came in and replaced this trim piece right here. And if the camera picks it up, you'll see the angle cut is going into the house, resulting in rotted wood, rotted nose. All real basic stuff. Here's an excellent example, and then we're going to lose time. Here's an excellent example of what happens. See the waver in this wood? Someone came in and did a patch in right here instead of replacing the nose all the way across. And now this, see the waver? That's all rotted in there. You can see my thumbnail just went into the wood right here. So you see those kind of waivers in your wood, give us a call. Certainly if you're an existing customer, you can reach me directly at 770-912-2829. We pretty much do everything, and hopefully this video will help you maintain your home. Take care. Bye-bye.